I'll let you lead off, Kris. I've been talking a lot. So what's your favorite spots here around town?
Well, right now, it's July in Memphis. It's a rainy day today, which you kind of like that in July because it knocks those temperatures down. So we're in the summer months of Memphis right now, and my favorite things to do right now are I like the Memphis Redbirds game. The Redbirds game are cool. You'll sit on. I'll give you a tip. If you're coming to the Memphis Redbirds, you sit on the third base side. One reason is that you're behind the home team. You're behind the Redbirds, but you're also going to catch that afternoon shade because the sun sets in the west, which will be to your back on the third base line, and the building casts the shade over. So Memphis Redbirds are fun right now. Definitely sit on the third base line side. That's good to do. And I always like Overton Square. That's my wife and I's one of our favorite places to go. Our restaurants are there. You've got the candy and chocolate shop there. They've got nice a brewery there. Can't think of the name of it, obviously, but anyways, we like the Overton Square area for just for restaurants and maybe a night out.
This is where we need a producer that's going to go while we're doing the podcast. Is going to
Go
pull up
look it up.
what the name of the.
Bosco's. It's Bosco's, and I don't know why that escaped me, but we like going to Bosco's and that testing out their beers. So that's a good thing to do. And then obviously we talk about this all the time, Jared, but one of the best parts of Memphis is most definitely Shelby Farms. I mean, at this time of year, you got to get out there and see the sunsets and the walk around the lake. And hey, man, we tried something new there for the first time. They've got the Coastal Fish Company. Next time you're here, Jared, we got to go there. I mean, if you're on a date, which I'm not taking you on a date, so forget about that. But somebody were to be taking a date out, then the Coastal Fish Company is an impressive spot, man. They've got great food. They've got great food. You're overlooking the large lake there at Shelby Farms, watching the sunset. It's a great spot, man. We went there for the first time a couple months ago, and I've been back once since, and I plan on going many more times.
I will tell you one of my favorite spots around that I don't feel like gets enough attention. At least I don't see people talking about it as much. Is obviously you've got the bridge where you can walk across to Arkansas across the river,
Right.
and I think a lot of people know about that aspect of it, the big river crossing that you've got there,
Right.
which is basically right on the south side of downtown, right there by the South Bluffs, right there where your office is. You're right down close to all that. You can go right across there, which that's cool enough on its own,
Yeah.
and you've seen us do that in other videos. But I've also, if you like to ride or just run, or if you're going on a really long walk, you can go way over into West Memphis, and you can also, there's trails that kind of run up parallel the river on the other side over there, on the Arkansas side of the river. And I'll put the picture up on the video if you're watching the video version of this. You get this really cool view of Memphis kind of across the cornfields, and you can kind of see, and it just like, it's this weird kind of, because you've got the city and the skyline of all that, and then just like you're out in the rural country, and it's just boom right here next to each other. So it's just a really interesting view of Memphis that you get from that side. So it's definitely worth checking out if you want to go out, get you some exercise, or just go and walk over there. Probably not in the middle of the day this time of year, but it's really cool early in the morning because you get like the sunrise coming up over Memphis over there. So it's pretty cool to check out. So
Yeah, that is cool. The big river crossing is really cool, right, Jared? I mean, even at night, they've got all the LED lights running on the
Oh yeah.
bridge. And even though it is the middle of July, I mean, obviously you're up that high, you're above the river, you're catching a really nice breeze
Oh
down,
yeah.
through there. So I do
There's
like the big
not a
river
ton of
crossing.
shade, but
Yeah.
but the breeze is okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a cool spot. That's one of my favorites around. And then I mean, just anywhere along the river there, you've got all these cool stuff. They're redoing that the Tom Lee Park there. Are they finished? Is it?
I
Hadn't been
think
since
they
they
picked
finished it.
up some more work on it. They did pause construction because we had Memphis in May there, so they had the music festival, which I think went over really well. The music festival was there. The World Championship barbecue contest was there. So I think both of them were big successes in the new Tom Lee Park. They're not quite finished with the repairs, but I don't know. If you were here a couple years ago and you come here now, it is unrecognizable. I mean, it is nice. All new landscaping and new structures there, pavilions. It's not as much space as it was before. You know, some of the landscaping and the pavilion and things like that has taken up quite a bit of space, but it is really nice. They were right, man. This is going to be one of the better riverfronts in the country. And I think they'll be finishing up with it pretty soon, but they're still working on it right now.
Yeah, but I like that all the way up to, and then up by Harbor Town too. That's probably that little stretch just to, because you're just going right along the river. That one's a great one to check out at sunset if you're up that way.
Yeah.
Hanging out up there, it's pretty cool. You got the barges going by. You got the steamboat that I can't remember the name of the steamboat that parks over there, but you got that one that'll be over that way, right there. I think you can. They do river. I don't know where they go, but
Yeah, so that's in the headlines today with the Daily Memphian. They're talking about the riverboat cruises that are going up and down the Mississippi River, and they're obviously pretty busy because I see the charter buses out there picking people up, taking them around the city, and I guess they drop them back off and head back up or down river, whichever way they're going. But yeah, that seems to be a pretty big activity right now, so it looks cool.
you've got these really cool old buildings down in Memphis where they've done like where your office is there,
Yeah, these
and
warehouse conversions are they're really cool, right, Jared? You've been in a couple of them now.
yeah, there've been a few of them there. So you've got like the condos there. The one you're in is really cool. You're right there overlooking the river. You've got a rooftop little area where you can relax. You've got the pool. You've got the little fitness place up there, and then you're just in this historic building, and you've got like the exposed walls and things. And
Like the brick
in the
line.
condos, you don't have the big, huge air conditioning units that are
No.
drowning you out every time you try to talk. But yeah, you do have those down there. So I mean, they're just really cool spots, and so
Mhm.
really unique Memphis original stuff down there. So
There really is. I mean, there's a couple cool ones too. I'll name drop a few of them. Like the Nettleton is, I think the Nettleton is my favorite. They've got wood beams in that thing, Jared. I mean, they're 5 foot by 5 foot square. They've got these huge iron collars at the top that tie them in together. Um, and with that old warehouse feel, industrial feel, they've come in there and put some of the best amenities you can find. Beautiful hardwood floors, granite countertops, backsplashes, high-end appliances. So I think the Nettleton might be my favorite. Where I'm at is the lofts at South Bluffs. It's cool. The best thing going on this one is I think is location, parking garage, and obviously the rooftop pool and the view of the river. That's one of the best views in Memphis, if you ask me. Um, there's a new one that came. It's not new. It's been around for a while, but there were a couple sales in there. It's called the Candy Factory, and it's right down closer to Beale Street. Man, if you guys look that up, the Candy Factory in Memphis. It's warehouse condo conversions. Man, there were two that sold in there. They were really nice, like super cool. A lot of the exposed brick, like you're seeing behind me there, and then the wood beams and things. So tons of character, but yet all the modern amenities you need: gas cooking, uh, granite countertops, tile showers, all that cool stuff was in the
what'd you say that it's called?
I think it's called the Candy Factory.
Candy Factory.
Sales there here recently, and man, they were attractive listings. We talk about how's the market. We were just doing a video on that, Jared. Those listings came up, and they were both sold in the same weekend. I believe slightly above list price. So that kind of tells you how unique and cool those condos are.
See, it looks like they've got like a venue and some other stuff there too.
Yeah,
It
there's
looks
that
like.
new place we need to get to, Jared. The Fancy's, is it Fancy's Fish House, maybe? Anyways, there's a
I don't know
new
where that's at.
Yeah, there's a new restaurant right by that Candy Factory warehouse that we're talking about, near Beale Street. I think it's one block over from Beale.
I don't know. We're gonna try to get into the Candy Factory in a future video. I'm not gonna promise that it'll happen, but that would be cool to check out because for what I'm looking at here online. So we'll see
Yeah,
if there's an opportunity to get in there.
yeah,
We'll
they're
try to
cool.
do
There's
that.
only there's only a limited number of units in there. I don't think there's like in this building. There's There's quite a few units. I don't want to misquote the number. And then the Nettleton has a ton of units. So you've got the Nettleton, you've got the Lofts at South Bluffs. Another cool one are the Paperworks downtown. They've got that same vibe, the exposed brick and wood beams and things like that. So I don't know. Those are three of my favorite warehouse conversions in the downtown area.
Yeah, so all those are cool. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I would point out that I just like. This is like one of my favorite spots around town. But that cool area downtown, from downtown to the South Bluffs with all that, the parks across the river, and then you got the games you can go to. Obviously, you mentioned it at the park, but you've got the Memphis in May, which is really cool every year.
Yeah.
Which is, you've got all the stuff that goes on there. So just ton. I mean, that whole downtown area, and then over to, of course, to Shelby Farms. It's just great stuff about being in Memphis.
Well, I hope you liked that clip of the Moving to Memphis podcast, which you can check out right here on our YouTube channel, as well as most of your favorite major podcast platforms now. And if you want to see the entire episode where you just saw that clip from, make sure you check it out. It's right there. We'll see you there, and we'll see you on the next one.